This is Richard Curtin with RationalBroadcasting.com. Just keep breathing. My in-studio guest today, Kelexis Davenport. Welcome back.
And thank you again for having me. Take three.
Kelexis, we've been talking about drag, and I want to talk about the Davenport dolls. Tell me a little bit about the dolls.
Well, as I stated earlier, I was a cheerleader. And when I first started competing, the majority of my talents were cheerleading or something to do with that type of nature. And actually, it was Sahara who came up with the term Davenport dolls because I call them the Davenport dogs.
I remember that.
I call them the Davenport dogs, and it was just she and at the time it was her and Kennedy, and they were the Davenport dolls because they were the girls, and that term it started to be used for like all of my daughters because at the time any girl that was a Davenport they were known for being synonymous for being dancers and that type of stuff, and it just became our whole little clique, our little group, and that's what my daughters to this day are called. And in order to become a Davenport doll, the daughters they haze the incoming girls, anybody that's a new Davenport, you're not considered a real Davenport until you're a doll. And that is the ultimate goal. And to this day, there are only 8 dolls, and 2 of them are real girls.
And is Deja one of the real girls?
Yes, Deja actually, Kennedy was actually put out of the talent because she had a tendency of being late, just like today. And she's always late still. But Deja, I'd never met Deja. And Sahara goes, well, I have a friend at my school who really wants to be a female impersonator and la 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 la. And make a long story short, Deja Davenport, who is now in transition of becoming a woman. So she's one of the most beautiful Davenport dolls ever. So very proud of her. And as you know, we just lost Sahara. And
well, let's talk about Deja for just a moment. And Sahara and Deja were one of the first, and Kennedy were the first Davenport dolls. Why is it so important for you to have so many daughters?
Well, it's really important for me to mentor and teach. I want these girls to utilize my experiences, my mistakes, my life as a sponge to soak up knowledge about this art form because I cannot instill enough how important that the art not be lost. And regardless to if you want to transition to become a woman, whenever you go back to the stage, always take those tools that I've taught you to be, a top-notch female impersonator. You've got to respect the art. And Sahara, Deja, Kennedy, and along with the Armani and the other girls that I've mentioned thus far, to do that, they've been very successful. And I'm very proud of them for that. It's really important that I instill, the business side of the female impersonation. And as long as they respect what I do and are able to take my criticisms, my hard love, my attitude and everything that comes with being Kelexis Davenport, as long as they take these things and they learn from them and use them as tools, I think that they should be able to be successful in any realm of art, as long as the art form is still there.
And then Sahara took a lot of mentoring from you. She got a lot of mentoring from you and then went back to New York and really started a really, really great career there.
And Sahara never, ever wanted to be a full-time female impersonator. When she moved back to New York, she wanted to dance on Broadway. She didn't have any clue that it was going to be the drag that was able to afford her the lifestyle that she lived up until the day that she left the earth. And she was probably more business-minded, and she had wonderful work ethics, which I think also would always work in her favor because she also loved what she did. And it made it really easy for her to filter into any kind of community because she loved it.
And she's got many fans all over. RuPaul's Drag Race really opened her up to a world of people. And there's a lot of question about what's going on with her death, and there's just a lot of, how about it's shrouded in secrecy.
Well, due to respecting her family and their wishes, it's being kept quiet for reasons to allow them to mourn, I guess for them to, figure out what they really want to do. And the thing is, the point that I want to make, that the things that are being put on the internet, most 99.9% of those aren't true. Sahara did not. She wasn't anorexic. She wasn't on a drug overdose. She didn't have heart failure. These things are not true. These things are, these are people's feelings. These are, what's the word? No, not stipulations. These people are suspecting. I cannot say suspect and suspicious. I cannot say those words. But these are things that people think. And people are just so busy wondering why, instead of, wondering what we're going to do without her. And that's the thing that I want people to understand. No matter how she died, she's no longer here. And please respect her life and celebrate that. Not the fact that however she died, and no matter how you feel about her, well, please still love her and relish her memory. That's what that's the message I'd like to send. Because her biological mother, as well as her lover, they are not ready to talk about it. And until they are, I'm going to respect their wishes, although I'm very much able to discuss it, and it's, not a bad thing. It was her time. God needed a dancer in heaven, and there she is. She's probably up there right now hot kicking, falling out with an ugly wig on. She never had pretty hair.
She did not have pretty hair. I'm going to tell you, Kelexis, I'm heartbroken by it. She is a child of the Rose Room, and I was proud of all the work that she did. She was on One Life to Live. She had several singles. The latest single broke at about 35 on the dance Billboard charts, which is really, really spectacular. And I'm really proud of her, and I'm really going to miss her.
Yeah, so I'm getting kind of choked up, and I don't want to. But Sahara, the thing that I can say about her is whenever she put her mind to something, it wasn't going to be good enough until it was finished. She was a hard worker. She had a lot of positive energy. She was always thinking of ways to interact with making Sahara Davenport the brand. She always wanted to make that something that people would want to see, something that people would want to respect and remember. And I think that she will be. And her legacy will always be, something that I can be proud of, because I've seen Sahara hit rock bottom, and I've seen her on top. And in between all those entities, she was always the same. And I've never seen her as anything but my daughter. And we affectionately called her the Snout. And I will truly miss her. And it's just overwhelming. My heart's not strong enough to really go into details about her life. But anybody that's listening to the sound of my voice, I do ask that you respect her family's wishes and also celebrate the life, the legacy that was Sahara Davenport.
Kelexis, thank you very much for coming in today. It was really wonderful having you. You've been listening to Just Keep Breathing. This is Rational Radio, rationalbroadcasting.com. I'm your host, Richard Curtin. Once again, Kelexis, thank you very much.
And thank you very much. And I apologize that I'm not wearing any powder.
You guys have a great afternoon.